Hey everyone, I just figured I'd come on here just for a quick minute because I have another edit session that's happening later in a few little while for me. But so we've had a spotting of dupe detection in Final Cut Pro Beta 10.6.2. This morning, I've gotten a couple of messages about it, and I went and checked it out, and sure enough, it absolutely is there. So I'm not sure exactly. What does that mean exactly? Wait a second. Let me, that's interesting. Anyway, so Final Cut Pro Beta, I'm just going to presume it's 10.6.2, which should be coming out anytime. I mean, it could come out today even. We have our first comment there. Morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Of course. We know what this is, Final Cut TV. My name is Richard Taylor. So, and let me just do one thing here. Line in. So everything is interesting right now. This is not a surprise to anybody that watches this show. Everybody knows we've been talking about the 10.6.2 beta for weeks. We talked about it back in February. It's nice to have confirmation from it. Very exciting about this. And good morning, Richard. How you doing, Tangier? So yeah, the interesting part is that this is the first thing that's come out. Is we've been talking about dupe detection for years. Not just me, but other people have been talking about it for years and years and years. So the fact that somebody posted a little video and they mentioned that I'm running the beta, Final Cut Pro Beta, and she said that this is a new feature called dupe detection. So she said it's going to be out soon. And let me pull this up here. Let me just see. I'm just going to post a screen grab because I have a feeling that this video will be taken down or modified. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe nobody cares. I just don't know about that. Let me just pull this up, the screen grab up, and I'll show you what it looks like. So let me just do this and do that. Hold on a second. Here we go. And that is that. So this is what dupe detection looks like in Final Cut Pro 10.6.2. This is the beta. It's not out yet. Final Cut Pro 10.6.2 is not out, but it could be out at any time. This is the beta, what it looks like. So it has these hashed lines, apparently, to let you know that you're using duplicate clips. That's what these hashed lines are in the inspector. They're here, and they're also down here. And it was iJustine who put it up on her website, and I'm kind of surprised. I'm really surprised that she did that, but who in the heck knows? And she said she's running a beta, which in my experience, you're not supposed to talk about being on the beta. But in any way, dupe detection, now she did not say it was 10.6.2. She just said, I'm running a beta version of Final Cut Pro, and this is a new feature in that beta, dupe detection, duplicate clip detection. I don't know if she even used the word dupe detection, but apparently that's what it is. So that's our first little glimpse of the beta of 10.6.2. She said in her video that it's going to come out at any time. It's almost here, whatever, something to that effect. So all I have to say is keep watching the App Store. I was watching it yesterday because Tuesday, I was watching it Tuesday, specifically because it's Tuesday. Why not? What is that over there? 10, 10, 10. looking for something in my vision. I don't see it. Oh, that's just something on mine. That's okay. Something on my end I was looking at, it was distracting me because I don't see it in the, pull this over here, so I don't see it in my preview. I have a program monitor and then a preview monitor. I didn't see it in the preview, but I did see it. I didn't see it in the program, but I did see it in the preview, but it's just some interface things on my end. So dupe detection, Final Cut Pro 10.6.2 beta. Now, listen, if you've been on this show, you've been watching this show, we've been talking about this for a couple of months, specifically 10.6.2. Apple did pre-announce 10.6.2. They did pre-announce it. It's on the Studio, the Mac Studio. Is that what it is? Mac Studio and Studio Display. Mac Studio product page, they said a pre-release version of Final Cut Pro 10.6.2. So iJustine this morning said, I'm running a beta version of Final Cut Pro. She didn't say 10.6.2. She just said, I'm running a beta version. Then she pointed out dupe detection as a feature that she has. So that's what it looks like, dupe detection right there. It's hashed lines. Let me zoom in there a little bit. So it's like hashed lines. That's what it is? It's like hash, diagonal lines. It tells you that the clips have been used in the timeline already. So that's very interesting. It's probably very, very close to being released. Certainly before NAB, which is like a month away. So anytime between now and April is a good time to release it. Could be today, who in the heck knows? It's Apple, they do what the heck they want to do. But this is exciting to see something like this. A little sneak peek at what's forthcoming. Apple is not very they don't really tell us too much, do they? So it's nice when we get something like this online. Nobody doubts that there's a beta version of Final Cut Pro out there. Everybody knows that. As one of the many professional features that have been requested over the last couple of months, dupe detection is like right at the top of the list. I hear that all the time, dupe detection, dupe detection. So finally, we're getting it. Some people were asking on the last Final Cut TV that why do I think it's 10.6.2 and not 10.7? And why do I think features are going to be in this version? Well, this is a perfect example. There is features coming. Dupe detection is a big feature. It's nice to have it finally. And I said 10.6.2 because Apple pre-announced it on their one page. That's why I said 10.6.2 and not 10.7. 10.7 isn't really due until next fall, I'd say at the earliest. If they follow suit from the last few years, they released 10.5 in 2020. A year later, they released 10.6 in the fall of 2020. And then this year, if they follow that trajectory that they've already established, they'll release 10.7 in the fall, probably along with the fall Apple Mac event, when they have a new Mac Mini Pro or a new MacBook Air with the M2 chips. Some people are saying it's going to be a Mac Pro. I don't think so. I think it's a little too early, but I'd be pleasantly surprised. Now, WWDC will tell us if the Mac Pro is coming, because traditionally, the last two times they've introduced a new Mac Pro, they introduced it at WWDC. It came out 6 months later, but they introduced it at WWDC both times. The trash can Mac and then the new 2019 Mac Pro, both times were introduced at WWDC. So if they don't introduce a Mac Pro at WWDC, I would say we're probably not going to get a Mac Pro in 2022. It'll probably be 2023. That obviously is the most difficult Mac for them to make. But are you excited? You got a little sneak peek of a feature coming out in Final Cut Pro 10.6.2, dupe detection. I'm excited. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that little detail. It's nice to have these little sparks every once in a while. Here's a spark, dupe detection. I think the video is still up, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm kind of surprised. Let's see if it's still up. Yeah, it is still up. It is indeed still up. So here it is. I'm not going to play it. I don't want to get in any copyright problems. But here is the actual video. Keep the audio turned down. And there's the dupe detection. So I'm glad we got a little sneak peek. It just adds to the excitement. It adds to the excitement. But anyway, I have to get to a session today, so I don't have time to stay on here longer, but I wanted to just pop on because this is exciting news. Dupe detection spotted in Final Cut Pro 10.6.2 beta. Now, I'm kind of surprised the video is still up, but it is at this point, so maybe that means it's coming out today. Check the App Store. Let me check the App Store real quick. Still, I don't see any update over there. Let me pull it over here. So here we are, Final Cut Pro, searching for Final Cut Pro. There's Final Cut Pro. There's Final Cut Pro. It still says open. This will say update when the beta comes out. Now, you can also go on your updates page and just hit Command R and it'll look, I got an update. Oh, that's for something else. But I just usually go, it doesn't show up for me for some reason in my updates as soon as, just search for Final Cut Pro right here in the search field, search there, and then it'll say update right here rather than open. You can click on that, it'll say update rather than open, and then it'll announce what's going on. So we're still at 10.6.1. Yeah, 10.6.1. No, look at that. It didn't want to do that. And it launched Final Cut Pro, and I didn't want to do that. I'm going to quit. Force quit. I didn't want to do that. So, yeah. Just keep watching there, and we should have it shortly. Maybe today. Who the heck knows? Maybe today. But we are getting dupe detection. That's one thing we are getting. All right, everybody. I have to get to work. I have a friend that's coming over. If you have any questions, go ahead and shout them out. And if indeed Final Cut does come out today, I'll be back on later today. It'll probably be 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like that if it comes out. We get to, because it has, like I've been saying all along, somebody said, well, why do you think it's going to have features? It's only a point update. That's 10.4.4 had big features. 10.4.9 had big features. That doesn't mean anything. 10.4.1 was a bug fix optimization, which came out 4 months ago. So it's really, really overdue. Tangier says, thanks for the update. Now, if we just get a magnified effect on a clip like the Mac dock when doing a match frame or more robust batch syncing, there's a lot of things they can add. And I expect this is going to be a feature update. I've been saying it since February, since January. It doesn't make any sense to do a second bug fix update after the second one, after the first one. So a feature update, does that mean 10 features Probably not. But we could get 4 features, 5 features, or 6 features. And I don't mean the iMovie features. Those are just little extras if they want to put them in there. Those are just the extras. All right, everyone, I'm going to head on back to get some work done. Final Cut TV, you can follow me over there at YouTube, which you probably are, Richard Taylor TV, and Facebook and Twitter, Richard Taylor TV. And if indeed Final Cut is updated today, I'll come back on later this afternoon and we'll chat, go over some of the details. So far it's not. So far it's not, has not been updated, but we'll have to just see. Boop. Like I said, when it comes out, just do a search for Final Cut Pro there. That's what I typically do. And that gives you the latest information. Oh, look at that, a beach ball. I got a beach ball on my end. All right, everyone. I'm going to head out and out of here and get some work done for today. And thanks for stopping by. Subscribe over there at YouTube. Yeah, I just played that, Robert, I just played that little bit of that video. That's where I got the information. That's where I got the information. Her screenshot, she showed that she says she's running a beta, and then she also showed the screen grab, which is right here. Here's the screen grab, once again, before we go. So it shows like this is dupe detection. She said this is showing duplicate frames being used in the timeline. So these hashtag lines. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Listen, it's just exciting that we get a little sneak peek. Don't you think? I mean, it is to me. It is to me. Dupe detection in the timeline index. Yes, it's in the timeline. That's where you want. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Like I said, subscribe over there at YouTube if you want to be notified. If there is an update today, I will come back within a couple hours. Robert says, cool, just came in. I'm kind of surprised that video is still up. I mean, I think Apple knows about it by now. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe it was meant to be out later. Maybe she didn't mean to release it, but it's got like 30,000 views already. So I would say that the cat is indeed out of the bag for this one. It's okay. It's one feature that's coming in 10.6.2. It isn't like the whole beta's been released, but it's nice. It's nice to have a little teaser. So we know NAB's coming up. We know there's a new version of iMovie coming out. They didn't mention anything about dupe detection in iMovie. Maybe it already has it. I don't even know. I don't use iMovie. I haven't used it for a long time. But anyway, dupe detection in Final Cut Pro 10.6.2. It's due out at any time. It could be out today. Could be out tomorrow. Certainly going to be out before NAB, which is toward the end of April. It's about like 1 month away, 5 weeks away, NAB. At this point, I'm planning on going to NAB. So if you indeed are going to NAB, we have to let me know. Let me just do one more thing before I go off here. Right before I go off, I'm going to just do this. I do like the ability to use my fingerprint to log into these places. So this is one more thing that I want to mention to everybody. If you want to support Final Cut TV, if you want to support me here, if you want to support Final Cut Pro Radio, we've been going for 7 years straight, no breaks. 7 years, the podcast, Final Cut Pro Radio has been going for 7 years. approaching 1.3 million downloads of my 2 podcasts. Final Cut TV, we've been doing that live for quite a while. If you want to support me on this or support me on going to NAB, here's how you can do that. Buy me a coffee. Just go to buymeacoffee.com and Richard Taylor. Not Richard Taylor TV, just Richard Taylor. Buy me a coffee. That's what you can do. And of course, I'm not just going to buy coffees with this money. I use the money for all kinds of things. But mainly when I'm at NAB, I'll be buying a lot of coffee, that's for sure. So buymeacoffee.com/Richard Taylor. That's how you can support me. All right, everyone, I'm going to head out. If Final Cut Pro is indeed released today, it can be released any day. Today, tomorrow, whenever. Won't be released on a weekend. That would be very rare. But if 10.6.2 comes out and it's going to have features, we've been talking about it for the last couple of months, it's going to have features. Dupe detection is one of those features. We'll be back on and we'll talk about it, chat about it, and we'll just let everybody know that we'll be here. Subscribe over there at Richard Taylor TV on YouTube, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.